Alright, day is Saturday, 24th of June. At the new fronts. Put on my little John Deere 850. Nice tires. Just checking pressures on the rears. They're fluid filled. Could just be water. It didn't look to be sodium chloride. Which is fine. It's not going to hurt anything. Just for poops and giggles, I checked the pricing on tires and tube. For the rear, it's 11.2 by 24 with tube. I'm glad I was sitting down. Anywhere from $375 to $700 per tire. So I'm going to run those till they actually fall apart. Stuff has just gotten so expensive, it's not even funny. I did replace my blown fuse. That was for my red indicator light on the rear of the tractor. Only thing not working is the flashers. I ain't figured that out yet. But, and my rear work light's not working either. That could be a bad bulb. So anyway, I did a tool run yesterday evening. That was my last chore for the day. And I spent a lot of money and got a lot of tools. I needed some short jack stands. I got 4 of those. And I knew what I would need to pull this engine. More on that in a second. And you don't just buy one small Allen wrench set or a combination wrench set. You got to get 2. And I needed some small electric impacts, the 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. I needed some extensions. I needed a set of SAE and metric impact sockets, both short and long body style. It's just stuff you need. I also needed a short extension cord, a little 25 footer, so I'm not spending half the day rolling up these 50 to 100 foot extension cords. So anyway, wife's all the tools, and wife's from the Philippines. Over there, a complete toolkit is a medium-sized hammer, a big hammer, probably with a piece of pipe welded into the head, a digging bar made out of repurposed 1-inch rebar, a pry bar made out of 3/4 rebar, good-sized rock, and a straight tip and a Phillips head screwdriver. And if you're a skilled craftsman, throw in a pair of pliers. That's what she's used to see it. I got tools coming out my ears. I also have 3 places I work at. My garage for my Harleys and household. 2 barns up there at my farm. This shop building here. Plus I keep a lot of tools inside my pickup in case I break down somewhere. And she's getting a little bit of freaky about all the tools I got. And I said, honey, you know, this is America. Now you use the right tool, it saves you time and it saves you money. I need more than a couple hammers and a pry bar and a big rock. That won't be enough for me. And they're what I need, and I buy value. I don't buy the most expensive. I don't buy the cheap throwaway garbage either. It's what I need. So, taking the front tires off the tractor, I used my brand spanking new 1/2 inch 1400 foot-pound impact and one of my new 1/2 inch drive deep well sockets impact. Over here on jerking this engine out, I used 2 of the brand new combination wrench sets I bought. My 3/8 impact with a short impact socket, metric. Some Knipex pliers I have. You know, I used a lot of tools just to get the engine off this lawnmower. I'm gonna roll over here. I'm tired of standing up, bending over without finishing pulling all the covers off. I haven't found a hole in the block. I did find the crankcase vent going to the carburetor. There's a tube or hose. It was disconnected, which means this thing's been sucking in sand for God knows how long. The lower crankshaft seal appears to be out. Over on the floor is the clutch. It was manufactured in 2013, so it's been replaced at some point. On top of that is the drive pulley for the hydraulic motors for the drive system. The top of that drive pulley had a half a cup, maybe a third a cup of oil collected on top of it, which probably came from the rear, or excuse me, the crankshaft lower seal. So engine's been sanded up, and once I pull some covers, I'll continue looking for the hole in the block. They said the oil was just pouring out. It could have been that lower seal, but they ran it out of oil, and said it made a big noise and stopped running and would not restart. Well, they probably threw a rod. If I get around to it, I'll jerk the head off and see. Replacement motor is supposed to be here Tuesday or Wednesday this coming week. Jerking out the motor, it wasn't a 30-minute job. It wasn't very difficult. Very simple. I used some type of tape to label all the wiring harnesses and what goes to where. It makes it fairly easy on reassembly. And I use the bright colored tapes so I be sure to see it when I'm putting everything back together, make sure I don't miss something. Again, just something that makes sense to me. I'll clean this thing up before I put the new motor on, of course. I don't believe the clutch is oil soaked. The cover should have diverted the oil away from the clutch discs, so I think I'll be okay there. The engine you can pick up. You know, I wouldn't want to carry it 100 yards, but it probably weighs 30-40 pounds. It's not terrible. And but yeah, I can show you the tube I was talking about. That's your crankcase ventilation tube that goes back to the inlet side of the carburetor after the filter, and that's how it come off the frame. So it's been disconnected for a while. You can see how dirty the connection tube is that it goes to. You see, I can keep everything together here. Right here is where it goes to. It kind of slides over the tube coming off the inlet to the carburetor, and it's good and dirty, so it has not been connected for a while. So this thing was sucking in sand, something fierce, which it polishes the cylinder walls. You lose all your compression, you get high oil consumption. Just all kinds of bad things happen when you do that. So not terrible. And wait when the other engine comes in, see just how complete it is. It's supposed to be a direct replacement. I've heard that crap before, but I don't know, I'm kind of happy that the rears on my 850 are fluid filled. If you got a pinhole leak, the fluid won't allow it to leak, unless it's a big ass leak. Then you'll see fluid coming out. The right rear was a little low. I probably put in another 3 or 4 psi air and got it looking like it's aired up. So yeah, that's definitely a good tractor. I'm glad I bought it. The labor for an engine swap is $1,000 at most shops, which is more than what I spent for tools last night. I also looked up the price of a new mower deck. This one is 2 years old. New mower deck with spindle assemblies complete, but no belt, is $1,100 and I believe $47 plus shipping. And you figure $200 for shipping. So call it $1,350 for a new deck, and I paid $300 for the mower with a blowed engine. When I put the new engine on, I have $1,400 into this mower with a brand new engine and a near new deck, a new seat, good tires. I think I'm coming out money ahead. It's not butt ugly. It looks halfway decent. So, but anyway, I'm just waiting on parts like I usually am. Get the new engine in. We'll do more videos about this. That's all for this one. Thank you.